Well. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. I got up early to cover all this. I may have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or maybe 11 videos. I've had lots of delicious coffee brand coffee to keep me going this morning. Lots going on at Twitter. Right now, there is an impending or ensuing, nope, both words are incorrect, ongoing meltdown at Twitter by laid off employees and the media as they are realizing that Elon was not screwing around. And it's not just the people he's fired, but the departments that he's closed. That leads me to believe Twitter will, in fact, be a much freer place. And I also want to remind people, you know, Elon, I've got a video later about all these advertisers pulling out of Twitter. It's going to be fine. He's going to sell a bunch of Twitter Blue. Advertisers will come back. YouTube had an apocalypse and it didn't go anywhere. Everything's going to be just fine. I appreciate everyone who has been subscribing and picking up some coffee to your cocoa the last 2 days. It's really helped the channel. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do now. I know you might have to create an account, but I'm telling you, it helps so much on my end, and it helps finding the videos much easier. And if you haven't yet, I would love if today you try out some of our delicious coffee. We've got so many different flavors of coffee. We've got 10 different teas. We've got cocos. We've got thousands of 5-star reviews from actual customers on the website. Support the channel. Try it out. If you don't like it, okay, but I have a strong feeling you will. Coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code in the description to save. You're fired. 3,700 Twitter employees are sent email terminating their employment. And it looks like that was the real number, like a true 50% reduction in staff almost immediately. And the employees immediately began to rage. Twitter employees slam Elon Musk as tremendously crappy during mass layoffs. Yeah, I mean, I predicted this would happen this morning when I talked about it. I know, like, I do take a lot of joy in the potential changes at Twitter. I wish it didn't have to be this way. I wish that Elon felt like he could trust these employees and they wouldn't be politically biased. I don't really generally take a lot of joy in people getting terminated outside of like Frosk or people who are already super rich, like Vijay Gadde or whatever her name was. You know, I don't care about them. But, you know, some of these people are regular everyday folks. So I try to, you know, I mean, I guess they didn't really care about silencing conservatives for the past 5 years, 10 years. They didn't care about unfairly banning accounts. They didn't care about meddling, in my opinion, putting their thumbs on the scales of elections. Scores of Twitter employees unceremoniously lost access to their work emails. Late Thursday, Elon Musk commenced a brutal round of layoffs. The workers have reacted with mixed emotions. Some are devastated, having spent years at the social media giant. Others are happy to finally exit the chaos. Nobody's happy. Very few people are happy when they get laid off. Very few. I'll give you an example. I actually was. When I was just starting this YouTube channel, I think it was, you know, moving along pretty good. I was filming videos the night before, and I would release them the next day on Twitter or on YouTube. And then, like, there was a point where I started getting like 500,000 followers on this channel, and I was making enough money between that and like my agency work that I didn't really need this day job, which was really just a really big client from an agency that I was required to be on site for. We were laid off, and I felt relief. So it's probably not entirely impossible, but you know, there's also a lot of copium in that. One former staffer told the Daily Beast that it was a tremendously garbagey way to handle the layoffs. It was probably the only way you really could. She said she was found out she was terminated after she lost access to Slack, a corporate messaging system. The worst part, she told the Daily Beast, was watching waves of her colleagues acknowledge overnight that they were also out of jobs, likening the mass layoffs to the famous snap scene of the Avengers Infinity War. Musk is expected to acts about half of 7,500 employees. The ex-staffer said she was strangely happy to be leaving, but noted a lot of people aren't. She expressed skepticism about whether the company will be able to survive such drastic cuts. They will, including to engineering teams, which she said were already operating on skeleton crews following months of attrition. Well, Twitter's going to be fine. Everybody, everyone thinks that they're irreplaceable, and they're not, including myself. If my channel disappeared tomorrow, there'd be 100 people who would do just as good a job, would be happy to replace me. It's about remaining humble. So when people say like, oh, I don't know how they're ever going to live without it, trust me, everyone's replaceable. I was happy about Elon buying Twitter, he added, adding a clown emoji in reference to his own judgment after being laid off. You also see Twitter sued by employees after mass layoffs begin. Twitter was sued by former employees who say they were not given enough notice under federal and California law that they had lost their jobs amid ongoing mass layoffs. The issue with this, and Elon, I assume, took a calculated risk here. In California, you have to give 60 days notice before any kind of big mass layoff like this. I think any layoff of over 50 people. And now Twitter is a worldwide corporation, so I don't know how many of them were in California, and what the potential net loss would be from a lawsuit of this magnitude. But I think the media's grabbing on it like it's some kind of big Elon own. It's not. I'm sure he did the math. We also have some hilarious takes. Libs of TikTok reporting too, the entire, quote, content curation team was reportedly fired. Their job was to monitor the trending section and add, quote, context to fit their narrative. They were also responsible for choosing which news/propaganda to display at the top. This is why I'm happy for Elon. This is why I think that the future of Twitter is bright, because these are the departments that should be handled algorithmically, right? We've known now forever, like the YouTube trending page, Twitter trending, is all manually curated. There were times I saw trending topics and there'd be like 2,000 tweets, and I'm like, what? This isn't trending. So yeah, here's the past, present curation tweets I've had the absolute pleasure of working with for the past 18 months. Gone. And again, this is the type of people I want Elon to fire. These are not maybe necessarily the people that I want them to fire, but the departments that need to go, because they're exactly what, is the problem with Twitter. Then we get one of the most hilarious takes here. Casey Newton, who's a reporter, tweeps are just hanging out in Slack, saying nice things to each other until their access is cut off. I've never seen anything like it. Some really incredible people leaving Twitter tonight. We're all worse off without them there. Wrong. You don't know that. And also here's Andrea Kozwinski says, feels like people huddled together in a war zone, not knowing who's to get picked off by a sniper next. This is seriously messed up. The average salary on Twitter is probably $200,000 to $300,000 with stock benefits, okay? I think you're going to be fine. I don't think you're in a war zone. It's one of the most hilarious. These are the people that, need to go. Here's Rashad Robinson, another blue checkmark who's going to have to pay the $8. Elon Musk fired the entire team that identified the Twitter algorithm amplifies right-wing voices over others. Well, sounds like they're liars to me. I don't think I would want liars on my team, but I mean, I'm just a normal, everyday Midwestern guy who sells delicious coffee, tea, and cocoa at coffeebrandcoffee.com and has amazing people that are taking the annoying step today to subscribe so they don't miss a video. He continues, not the first time we've seen staff, particularly black employees. How do you know they were black, Rashad? You don't know that. Particularly black employees punished for flagging how their company's products enable and amplify racism. What? Who is this clown? President of Color of Change. Oh, so you're an activist. Okay, go away. Here's Dave Kushal. Honestly happy to be laid off, but the veil of Elon Musk is pierced. As messy as Twitter was pre-Elon, it is a veritable clown town of politics and toadyism and psychological abuse now. afraid to get in my Tesla with what I learned this week. What? First of all, you haven't even been in the building, so you don't even know what's going on there. Right? Pronouns in the bio. And extremely pissed for the people who are on the wrong side of Elon's court intrigue. This isn't a game. Yes, it is. Everything in life is a game. How about Enrique Roida? Him, software engineer. Terminated. One tweet. A lot of people are using that. If you want to mine some salt, it's like hashtag one team and then hashtag tweet. Elon's takeover of Twitter is not for freedom of speech. It's quite literally an attempt to create a sounding board for Elon and his pals whose conservative views are rhetoric and hasn't been tolerated elsewhere. Look at his response to AOC, his approach to communicating with employees, the sentiments he expressed on his page, his approach to, quote, improving the app. Twitter is about to lose all of its content moderation. Yay! Oh no! Infrastructure support and half of its workforce. Good. I don't care if you keep or delete the app. Just understand as a user, as a consumer, where your data, your money, and your energy is going when you participate in Elon's global town square. X tweet. Good riddance. Here's the media saying that here's what's going on Twitter right now. This is what I can't play this because they keep claiming it. But in this report, this clown shoes reporter on the right says that ex-Twitter employees are saying that the app, the software is being held on. It's like held on by it's on like a stick foundation. Well, that's actually not Elon's fault. That would be your fault. Then you have Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo, remember the vault, Geraldo? Elon Musk has declared all-out war on his former staff. At 9 a.m. Pacific time, massive layoffs go into effect at Twitter with no formal notice and gut-wrenching efficiency. That's what I want out of my CEO, gut-wrenching efficiency. I mean, and then there's so many more. You see, like, people who are angry, laid off software engineers are saying, like, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to sue. Yep, the team is gone. The team that was researching and pushing for algorithmic transparency and algorithmic choice, the team that was studying algorithmic amplification, the team that was inventing and building ethical AI tooling and methodologies, all gone. Probably my last Slack message for ML ethics, transparency, and accountability team. That just sounds like censorship. That sounds like the perfect department to go away. Make sure you subscribe and you keep checking back today. I'm rolling right into another video as soon as I upload this one. I've got so much news to cover, and I'm absolutely honored that you've chosen to get your news from me.